And welcome back to another great episode, long-awaited, week-long wait episode of the Backup's Backup. My name's Chase. I'm your main host. Jacob is secondary. Jacob?
Chase big dog me today. That's how main host he is.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, so he was like, no, well, okay. He was like, hey, let's meet at this time. And then I was like, okay.
Speaking of big dog.
5 hours later, we meet at that time. I get a text. Hey, let's meet an hour from now, actually.
Oh, did you?
Oh, okay, big dog. Oh, and he's going to Guinness me like this. Crazy. In my own house.
I've never big dogged you ever. I just big dogged my table, that's for sure.
Yeah, I saw that. I see that.
It's doing the thing.
We're watching him pour a Guinness again, by the way, and let's see if he learned his lesson. I'll tell you right now, immediately he didn't learn his lesson.
Wait, this? That's what I was supposed to do?
I think so. I hope the camera's picking that up. Yeah, it just looks... I don't think it's supposed to be that murky brown.
I've spilled so much on my table that I think that's what screwed me on it.
Yeah, see how like straight how it's supposed to be, like black brown at the bottom?
Look how beautiful that is.
I mean, yes, of course it's gorgeous. I need to buy a Guinness just to see if I can pour better than you. I've never even attempted.
That's the first time I had table troubles, like of it going down the can. When you try to pour something and it goes down the side, like under.
Yeah, we can't be.
What are
doing
we
that.
doing?
Yeah,
because then you overshoot it after that.
Every measuring cup that has that little stupid little lip and not like the angled divot.
Yeah, you need the nipple thing, the half
you
nipple.
Need it. 100% you need that. Chase, how are you doing this week, brother?
Pretty good week. We had a couple of sleepless, couple of truly tough sleep nights. Other than that, doing good. I finished writing my what would be the first comic of the comic series I want to write.
Yes.
Aside from the format, I started writing the story before I learned the format, as we talked about before. So it's not put into the common format of a comic book, but it's I
like to think that would be not easier.
It was story first.
But you have the plot, the point.
Yeah.
And now you just got to make it look visually good because you know what you want to happen.
It also is kind of cool because it can be standalone. Like, when we first talked about it, I wrote it as a short story to practice writing for a comic.
Yeah.
But then it fits. It's almost like as soon as I was like halfway into it, I was like, oh, this still fits into this X world that I have in my head. It could be either, which is cool. I like that.
And we could get it, if you ever try to draw it, even if it's like a intentional sketchy idea, I have a couple of resources to get it printed. Like we can make it a book and it's like a intentional, like DIY your own little like single idea or activity. Like I made an art book for a Christmas forever ago for like creature tracking ideas. And I just like designed it and printed it all over the pages. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
Very cool.
And
also, Jacob, how was your week?
My week was good, travel heavy. Very
that sucks.
Yeah, it's really throws a wrench in most of my plans. Like I didn't really get to work out or write this week. And then the one free day that I had with my job, it's very obviously travel heavy. And then I'll have like 3 days where I basically get to stay home, but that means that I'm doing nothing but paperwork for like 8 to 10 hours, you know? So it's give and take in that sense. And then occasionally, if by like the third day I would get off in a row, I'm usually caught up and I could take like a half day or something like that. So there's give and take. I can't complain too much, right?
Well, let's update the people. Jacob and I have been given awesome things yesterday at the time of recording here.
Yeah.
X-Men cast has been announced.
Beat me to it.
And we got to see an extra Doom trailer. A Doom-heavy Doomsday trailer.
And let me just say...
Yeah, I was just say, we got to just briefly mention what this is. Okay.
We at the time of recording, that we just posted 2 days ago the If We Wrote Doomsday episode.
Which is amazing timing.
And holy crap. And if you, as you guys know, we record 2 weeks in advance. So the episode we're recording right now, you're not going to see until 2 weeks from now, right? That's how that works. So it couldn't even be more like whatever we said. There's no taking it back. We obviously didn't see it, and also if we're way off the wall. But in this case, you see,
here today,
the first teaser trailer after the big announcement with the actual trailer, right? The first teaser trailer immediately starts talking about the children.
Instantly starts talking about all the children living and the adults living stolen lives. What an amazing statement.
Which is
like written unbelievably.
Yeah, which is exactly what you said as an adjustment for my idea when we started.
And I will say, in my household, I've been giving you credit for. It seems like Doom did go to Thor first, 100%, because Thor follows them to what looks like a devastated New York.
Yes.
Which is where Reed Richards is and Sue Storm, and he's like, "Did you do this? Did you do that?" That's like, oh my god.
Yes, and then the Sentinels, obviously badass.
I think, and here's what I want to say. This is completely Chase wise. Mr. Suit Guy Chase. I guess you call it an animation. I guess the CG or whatever of Doom jumping out of the ship, going like this and landing, and his cape like kind of secondarily following him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looks so badass. Like when I was shocked how good that looked.
You are a sucker for a good cape flare.
Complete sucker for that whole shot. They definitely knew what they were doing.
Yeah. They knew Chase would love this, is what they said.
Yeah. I love the emotion, the Reed Richards emotion in that little trailer too. And
just his voice alone.
They already know. Like obviously in the comics they know who Doom is, but I like that this is like they have that relationship. And Sue is talking about how he wasn't always this way and he lost his way, and man am I excited. And you get to see is his name Kit Cooper? Is that his name? The guy who's going to be Cyclops? Connor. Sorry.
Kit Connor.
You see the guy who's going to be Cyclops. You actually see him in the suit. I'm pretty sure that's him, not James Marsden in that new trailer. And he looks phenomenal.
Because we know we've skipped over the X-Men casting list. I could not be more excited for this list because I recognize almost none of them.
Yeah, they're doing the young actors that are I think I read something or saw a video, whatever.
Yeah, one of the two.
A lot of them are on like Broadway.
Word!
Like, Broadway plays, and they're really talented. So I love that they're giving some young blood some stuff. Yeah. Also, it implies a longer story that they're going to be involved in.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
To stay around the same age. Fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. Definitely nervous in terms of like story-wise, but I cannot Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister.
I'm telling you, they've been making a meme out of asking him to play stuff for years.
Yeah.
And him to be cast as a villain is like, let's go. I want the actor, I want the A-listers or whatever, however you want to tier them, the more experienced actors to be the villains now. I really love
we watched all of the trailers yesterday morning. And we were talking about the cast, and I said, if there's a way to do it, you put all of your eggs, not to disrespect the cast, I'm just saying, like, in terms of veteran experience, you should put your eggs in the villain. That's what makes the story. Which we've
absolutely.
If we had $1 million every time you got a recording of us saying that sentence, we wouldn't have to be here.
True.
That's the only reason why we're here is to steal your money in the future.
It's also they announced a Storm actress, and I want to say they didn't put a Storm in Doomsday. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if she's going to sneak in there or
they're going to.
And you assume that she is since Kit Connor's in there.
No, they're going to put Halle Berry in Doomsday. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Interesting. I don't think so, but I would like to see that. I'd be excited.
Yeah.
And there's still absolutely zero hints to how Gambit's in the movie. By the way, still,
which is.
It's cool that he's there, but how?
But is it gonna? Is it flare points? We don't need flare points.
I hope so bad that it's just something little and simple that we can be like, oh, okay, and then
it's gonna be a good.
And
time.
Also, if he's only in it for a little bit, then we won't really care that much.
Yeah, we got to see each other yesterday evening, which is very nice.
Very fun.
Got to a mutual friend of ours hosted a dinner. They're very good. I would trust their cooking over mine every time. So that was nice. We got a little date night. We got to flirt with each other. Shout out Wiz. He was there as well.
Yeah, shout out B.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say before we jump into this activity. The X-Men thing I wanted to cover really bad. And then...
Dude, the Doomsday trailer, it's unbelievable. I can't get enough of it.
Usually I write down the points I want to talk about before we get started. Chaston.
Mm-hmm.
I got to witness a Beyblade tournament this week.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, I almost forgot.
Crazy.
I got a picture of it and everything, and you were just
crazy.
Wait.
I know. It was. I wanted to make it a post on Instagram, but there was it was because I was there with my brothers and stuff. It was very fun, but in honesty, I think it was one medium-sized group away from being a fantastic time.
Oh, okay. It was a little too small, a little too
a
little too uncoordinated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this everything you
not
just
enough
said,
bracket. Not enough bracket. I see.
I think one more party of 3 to 6 people walking in would have given that oomph to whoever was moderating it to be like, oh, okay, let's buckle down. Let's all do this.
Let's get this going.
It was people were keeping score and they'd count you down. They'd say 3, 2, 1, and then you'd let it rip off. Right? Yeah. And you have to, when you go to play, you have to show your piece, both sides, so it's not modded or anything. I don't know. And then they were talking shop. So I watched most of it. I didn't play any. I could have if I wanted to. I know for sure my brothers would have let me borrow or whatever. But I was interested. We were hanging out, and it was at a new store. And there were decks. What deck are you working with? So you had to bring 3, and then you could bring a substitute 3 if you wanted to.
Wow! But you had to lock them in when you got in a match.
Yes, there's no substitutes, nothing like that.
So they knew how to counter each other, kind of.
Yeah, so you could see each other's. And then pick which ones you want to go first. But then once you committed to an order, you had to go.
It's kind of like Pokemon singles. You ever play competitive Pokemon singles? You come with 6 and you pick 3 and you go. You don't know which 3 they're picking. That kind of thing.
Right.
Oh, that's fun.
So it was super cool. I think there was obviously a few mostly youngins there having a good time, and the same rule with Pokemon cards and probably Bakugan back in the day is that if they're under 16, they're probably gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is a good chance.
They go home after school and they practice with themselves, and that's dangerous right there.
Yeah. Because you could tell that they were kind of nervous because we were bigger, just in terms of different. You know how it is when you're 14 and you see a guy that you're whoa, they're also into this thing that I get made fun of for being into, Yeah. But he was super nice. There's a couple of them that were super nice. We got to meet them, and they say that they're there every week. So
Beyblading?
Beyblading. They do it every Thursday.
Oh, that's
awesome. So it can be a tournament.
Good for them. You know what? Get out there and play some games, man. Seriously. Kids, get out.
We liked it so much that even Em and I were trying to be well, maybe we can try to stop by more often, even if it is to play some cards. Or she even offered to learn how to play Magic, that moron.
Oh, me and my wife play together now. And I miss Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. I was having a lot of fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
But
hey, I always play with
you. You can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless you're playing with friends that don't know how to do it too.
The only fun way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you have to confine yourself to a starter deck.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because there's all these rules and all these, and as soon as you start editing, it's not fair for the other person that didn't do that also. Just confine yourself to the basics. You guys both are on an equal playing field, and just be wrong together.
Yeah.
Firmly believe in that. But I got to be part of that.
Maybe we'll get the jump on Chaotic when it comes out in December or whenever Q4 this year. Maybe, I hope so.
Maybe. Yeah. As soon as pre-orders are even an option, I'm gonna burn a hole in my house. I'm gonna catch my house on fire. Yeah, so that was awesome. That was super dope. I got to send Chase a picture. I'm excited because I see the potential.
Yeah.
And as soon as more people start getting comfortable around it, because I didn't even realize there's so many drops and new boxes and sets and lore behind the random, because you can buy a set but you might not know what's in it. Or the more expensive ones come in packs of 2, and they specifically sell as duos.
The Beyblades?
The Beyblades. There's a Beyblade that when you hit it the right way that my brother had, it splits into 2. And it's just
but they
legal.
still spin?
And they're still spinning.
I want that.
Yeah, it's so
I want
sick.
that bad.
Yeah, and the base one, if the base one stops spinning, then that counts as it's done, even if the second one's spinning. But if the top one is stopped spinning, but the bottom one is still spinning, it's still game.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then they're teaching me the tech. Sometimes you want to build them specifically smaller kits, because if they get stuck in a pocket, how the
low man wins.
Yeah. How the battlefield is, sometimes there's pockets in the corner that it can get beat and pushed into.
Yeah.
But if it's not hitting the walls and causing it to stop spinning, it's like a weight game. It's just whoever stops spinning loses.
And then is it best of 3?
It's best of 3 unless there's a special rule thing where sometimes they were doing best of 7, but you got to reuse the same 3. I was a little confused on that one because they kind of just said you want to do 7 instead, and then they knew what they meant. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
But the of 3 I have down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got that one unlocked. Yes, and then my last shout out is I got a Witchspire CD in the mail.
Oh yeah.
So cool. You guys should listen to Witchspire if you guys like heavier
stuff. Also got
stuff.
a Witchspire CD in the mail. Shout out.
Free promo.
Guys, go check out Dope Slinger. It's the album by Witchspire.
Yeah. It's on Spotify and all that stuff too. Yeah. That's actually hilarious that you also have access to that. That wasn't planned. Yeah, you get 6 stickers if you order them online. It's a heavier metal if you guys like that kind of stuff.
The best yeehaw I've ever heard of all time is in Dope Slinger. The actual track.
I completely agree.
Anyways,
yes. Are you ready for today's activity? Oh no, go ahead.
Last news.
Yes.
Lanterns comes out tonight. I'm watching it. The first episode comes out tonight. I'm so pumped. Jacob doesn't have HBO Max.
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say cheapest plan starts at $11. I checked before the podcast.
I might have to wait for the season to drop and then commit for the month. I think
like the whole season.
Whole season.
Oh, I don't blame you about that one bit.
So, or
and then
if
you can rewatch Superman while you're at it.
Yeah, of course. Because of course I would do that always. Maybe I can get buddy with somebody too and watch it with them at their house and not take their password. I wouldn't do that.
No, God, no.
We don't do that. Chase.
Tell them.
I guess I should say guys. Chase made the mistake of letting me be in charge of today's topic, today's prompt.
Not a mistake. It's for the people.
Yeah, so if you guys don't like it, obviously blame the person across from me for giving me that freedom. But we are building our hero philosophy. Okay?
Which is extremely difficult.
It was super hard. So it's easy to be like, man, what powers do you wish you had? Or like, how cool do you, like, what would you like your uniform to be?
Who would you want to be?
But the tougher conversation is how would you want to represent yourself as a hero to the people and to your inner man versus man scenario. So, scenario, if you will, or if you won't. The rules are, I have broken down a hero's philosophy into 8 categories. Okay? Categories / questions. I don't necessarily think these 8 categories make a hero. That's just the best way I could confine them at the time.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. There was only one I wrote down that I would add as a
okay.
As a
perfect
category.
We'll throw it at the end then, just to see if I can think of one at the end. Don't wink at me. Okay. Let's see if I need to even read the rules. I don't need to. So basically, there are 8 categories. The biggest thing is that you can't reuse a hero or variant of that hero.
So basically, if you write a hero down for a category, you are claiming that that is their best trait.
Yes.
That so you would want. Use them. Yeah, you would want.
Yes. So we're going traits. We're going to pick. We're going to miss talking about Mr. Sinister and getting the best genes of the mutants and stuff. We're going to pick our little traits together and puzzle piece ourselves our own heroes. So with that in mind, do we go back to back, one category at a time, or do we do person in person, full list?
Let's do one category at a time.
Okay. We won't go over the whole list. We're just going to learn them together. First off, in terms of a hero philosophy, you must have a moral compass. Who decides and how do you decide what's right and what's wrong? Can't speak.
Yeah. So for the moral compass, I had at least 3 in my head.
Yeah.
But you have to play the game because you have to think, is the moral compass this character's best trait?
Yes.
Because you ideally only want to use them in their best spots.
Yes, 100%.
So I can go ahead and say who I wrote. And he was, because I was playing strategically, and he was a good option, and I almost guarantee you didn't write him down.
Okay.
I have Professor X as my moral compass.
Really?
He's almost always fair enough, but stern and aware. Well, he kind of has to be aware. He doesn't really have a choice.
You don't think he's too scared to make a hard call sometimes?
Maybe when he was young. I don't think when he's older.
Okay.
I'm not at like Old Man Logan, but like the normal, like X-Men 97.
No, I hear you. See, I still even think as a peak 2002 X-Men Professor X, I still think he's too forgiving sometimes.
Maybe he is, but I think I want that.
Okay.
I think all my favorite heroes are a little too forgiving.
Okay. Well, yeah. I would have guessed that was your Superman spot, honestly.
It was for almost the whole thing. And then there's a different category that I was like, damn it.
It was really hard. No. So my moral compass is also someone I don't think you would ever pick for me. And I went Tony Stark, Iron Man.
Tony Stark for a moral compass. Dude, yes. You were Team Cap.
So, and I still am. But here's my issue, because I thought a Cap first too, but I still feel like he is also.
You had to put him. Here's what happened. You put Cap in the leadership category.
Hey, let's not get into spoilers. Let's not. We're having a good time.
Chase,
okay?
Hey,
back and forth.
Quit that.
Yeah, none of that nonsense. I have Tony Stark as my moral compass because I believe he lives enough in a gray area to make those harder calls that are for the greater good at the end of the day.
And he does, and he is willing to, even though he'll yell at you or whatever, he'll go first.
Yeah.
He'll lay himself on the line in the pinch.
You can make the argument that in Iron Man 1, he would make calls just to be like provocative and it could bite him in the ass, but he transferred that into his charm of like, yeah, I'll be an asshole, but only when I know it's going to work out at the end and needs to happen.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
And he almost knows before it happens. He is that smart.
Right. So that's why my moral compass, I intentionally went for a gray area minded person.
Well, I did forget, you reminded me, another thing with Professor X is literally, as long as they're not wearing a certain helmet or also, a mutant or whatever, he can literally tell someone's intentions.
That's true. That's true.
So but most of the time, he'll be able to tell.
That might be a little cheatery because we're not asking, because his moral compass doesn't have to do with his power. It's with his gut.
That's true. But that's what I was thinking. I didn't think about that.
I understand where you're going.
Yeah. It still stands even if that's not in play.
Yeah. Did you have a guess for me for moral compass? Who you think I'd pick, or was
Cap?
Yeah.
I thought it was Cap just because of Civil War. If Civil War never happened, I would have never thought Cap.
Yeah, that was hard. That was tough.
But then leadership, I also knew that was possible.
Yeah, that movie actually caused a fight between me and my brother Travis. Shout out Echo Menace.
Shout out Echo.
That's the guy who I trust with all my Beyblade knowledge. That's the Beyblader.
Yeah.
If there's anybody that lets it rip, it's that guy. But don't tell him I said that. Okay. Next category. We're doing good. Is leadership. Which, obviously.
Yeah, Jacob, who'd you put for leadership?
Yeah, I wonder which one I did, guys. Obviously, I did Captain America, guys. He's strong in his words and in his intention when he speaks, which leads to him being both motivational and equally uplifting. He is the definition of what you need to make you feel like it's possible, even if you are looking at the stop sign. He's the one that's like, yeah, but what if it isn't? What if it isn't there? What if you're just imagining things? And that is what. And I keep getting edits of the animated Spider-Man series where they're in like a falling apart underground bunker.
Don't give up.
And he's like, ah. And I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. So
I get goosebumps on Come On Spider-Man from Homecoming.
Yes.
Come on, Spider-Man. That's
rough. Yeah.
Don't come near me.
I did have a really hard second. Everything after the moral compass, I'm getting a lot of 1 to 3 choices that get very difficult to pick.
Yeah, everything after the first one.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Leadership for me.
Please.
Another curveball. I went for Reed Richards.
Chase.
What?
I have that written down for you.
Really?
I swear to the goodness.
He is that smart. He is that guy.
Yes.
He is. Also, whenever he makes a mistake, he does admit it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say his downfall would be that in his leadership, sometimes he will beat himself up.
Yeah.
But I do think he creates literally maybe the best plan that you can think of for what you have available.
Yes. I think the only thing that would, like you said, the only thing that would stall him is himself.
And obviously, we are talking more comic-driven Reed Richards, not the only movie in the MCU, because that's a weird. They came up with a very strange plan.
It's just
I'm not counting that one.
I don't want to talk about that movie. So yes, the reason why I picked that for you is because that would have been one of my choices for myself too if Cap wasn't there.
Yeah, and I also do love, and I don't know if he says this ever. This is one of the highs for Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four movie. Didn't want to talk about is show me a lever big enough and I can move the earth. He says the Archimedes lever quote.
Yep.
I love that. I love that out of him.
You love capes and quotes, this guy. C's and Q's. Okay.
I love magicians, yeah.
Dude. Isn't especially Wallfellow or whatever, he's your kryptonite. Okay. Our third category for Heroes Philosophy is sense of humor.
Sense of humor. So there's instantly everybody goes, I think I'm going to do Spider-Man. Instantly.
Yes. Right.
My other two, or the other one I almost wrote down was Flash.
I
do like the Flash's comedy.
I could kiss you.
But who I wrote is definitely, because this is my list, it's specifically to what I would want to be.
Yeah.
I, at times, Jacob, as he knows, have a kiddish humor.
Mm-hmm.
The things that are very simple and maybe silly sometimes catch me off guard, and I laugh about them for a very long time.
Very long, yes.
So why wouldn't I think of a kid character? So you might be thinking Beast Boy. That's not who I said.
Yeah,
I said
character.
Billy Batson, Shazam.
Oh,
yeah,
that's actually perfect for you.
It's perfect for me. It took me about 6 hours to come up with that, but I was like, wait a minute.
Fair for you. For yours, I had Spider-Man down. That's where I thought you'd use him.
Mm-hmm. I was close.
Yeah, that's completely reasonable. I think that's perfect. I'm trying to think because when it went to sense of humor, no, never mind. I was gonna lie to your face because that's not the one I was struggling with for you.
By the way, Shazam 1, guys, underrated movie. It's good.
It's fine. It definitely doesn't deserve the hate that it gets.
No, it doesn't. Shazam 2 sucks. Shazam 1.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Shazam 2, Pacific Rim 2. There's a third one. They're all in the same category. My sense of humor, because you want to think of like the funny ones too that are like, oh, Deadpool's hilarious. Yeah, he's also a psychopath.
Were you, Jacob, counting mostly just, are your list DC and Marvel? I forgot to ask that. Mine are.
Yeah.
So you didn't write Danny Phantom?
No, I didn't write Danny Phantom.
Yeah, okay. I was going to guess, but.
Yeah, there's definitely, if it was, because I don't consider him a hero as much as I do. Well, maybe he is the definition of a hero, but I didn't consider him a superhero. But he does have superhuman
I was
abilities.
thinking DC Marvel as well.
Yeah, okay. I would have put him in there if I had the brain capacity to look outside of the two bigger hero franchises.
Man, I just
so
thought
maybe
of
I can throw them.
Moral compass. I just thought of a really good moral compass. That's not DC or Marvel. We both overlooked it, guys. You guys, moral compass guys that were screaming Optimus Prime. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I didn't even think about Optimus Prime.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
And then for leadership, Leonardo.
Didn't even think about Leonardo either. That would have been.
What are we doing, guys?
What are we doing? We're not cooking right now. We didn't think about the indie. Well, I guess they're not indie.
Well, just not DC and Marvel.
Not DC Marvel characters. We should.
We're doing tricks on franchises that have enough tricks done on them.
Yeah, we should do all women, non-Marvel, and DC next time.
Non-Marvel, yes. That's next episode. It's just like the most boring carbon copy of us just go, okay. My sense of humor. I was between two.
Booster Gold.
I landed on Nova. No, I landed on Bucky.
Bucky's you landed on. You're thinking like post Winter Soldier.
Yes, recovering
alongside a Falcon, Cap.
Yes,
comedy Bucky. He is hilarious in that show.
Dry wit with the occasional jab. But because I wanted a sense of humor that was not laugh through it, but like I'm assessing the situation. I'm making a fun little poke, but also I need to punch you in the face.
Dude, them in Civil War after they got stopped by Spider-Man and laying pretty much on top of each other, and he goes, I hate you. It's so funny every time.
It's very good.
Big
fan. My thing I was struggling with that was Nightwing.
You're struggling with Nightwing on your humor. I still haven't read Nightwing, So
love him
aside
so
from
much.
like the cartoons when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Nightwing, so that's why I didn't put him on my list. He's not anywhere on my list.
Em
I
was in
wanted
the
to be
same
sure.
boat. I was going over my list with her. We were going through some ideas, and all she would do was give me Marvel. And I was like, "You don't think I like have anything with the DC? You don't think I really meld with them?" And she was like, "Honestly, I don't really know that much of them." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Get out of my house."
Yeah, they even though they have the most, they have some pretty rad comic stories.
Dude.
They really they're kicking it up right now.
Talk about character development too. They got some crazy stuff in there.
Image is on top. DC's right next to him. 100%.
Yeah. For
Anyways,
sure. Yep.
Jacob, emotional control is next.
Emotional control, number 4.
I have a hear me out.
Okay. For those
Have
of
a
you
hear
who
me
don't
out.
know, a preemptive, what we mean by emotional control
Oh yeah, that's good.
is truly like how would they handle like the peak of loss or the peak of anger, like or the peak of happiness to a point of being distracted. What character do you want to pick for their trait on how they can handle that? Go ahead.
Emotional control. And at first, this seems like a complete whiff.
Okay.
Batman.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
Batman has, before he's Batman,
Tell him.
has every single reason to kill anyone that he wants to.
Let me tell you this, brother.
Yeah.
I literally have blank, comma, better than Batman because Batman, although stoic and proud, like not, you know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
in his ways of thinking, I think he can go too far to shut himself off when he's too quick to just
Maybe he is.
I need to
But
hurt this person.
I think even in like big happiness, which is rare, he always has his contingencies, his backup plans, his I thought this might happen.
Mm-hmm.
He is that smart. So I put Batman because I think if I was a superhero or super rich or super whatever Batman is,
Yeah.
and I experienced half of the loss and
Yeah.
the loss and pain that Batman did, I would be a horrible person.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. If he went through all that grief and was a millionaire, but though.
He's a trillionaire, I think.
Yeah, whatever. You know, I'm trying to say, you clown.
I do know.
Sorry about the clown comment. I went for emotional control. The person that I thought where I was like, man, I want all of Batman's traits except better. I went with Nightwing.
You went Nightwing. Okay,
I
so
think Nightwing's the better Batman.
that is obviously a common feeling. Oh, also, speaking of, I hung up my Arkham
Oh, I
my
couldn't even
Arkham
tell
Blueprint
for a
poster.
second.
Oh man, my bike.
Yeah, that's just such
directly
an unfortunate mic position. No matter where you moved it, it got worse.
It's really funny. My table
that's
moved
awesome.
slightly, so I am directly in front of it. But look how cool that is.
It looks really cool. It's the
The
one you got
Arkham
from the
Asylum.
game, right?
The renovation. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks dope. You guys have to
Oh
look
no,
at,
it's not.
look at.
1992.
Oh,
Check it out.
well, I lied. I do that.
It's awesome. It's the best.
do that.
It's the best poster I found in a comic so far.
Yeah, it's great. I'm a
Rules.
big fan. We'll have to figure a way to organize your posters to not be just a straight line. Maybe like
I have more
maybe
sitting
collage
over
them
there.
up.
I have a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk too much shit. You see the entire empty space I have to my right. So,
Chase,
yeah.
I think you need to fill these gaps in.
Yeah, you need me to you need to put me in there. I know what I'm doing.
But Nightwing is interesting.
Yeah,
Because literally he is like he does almost everything Batman does. He's kind of solo. He doesn't
Yes.
have any money though, and at least I don't think so.
right. Up until if you want to pick the arc where he has his hand in Teen Titans, and he's his
I guess that's true.
he is his mentor role, which I think could even play into his ability to control his emotions because of the additional mental and emotional fatigue that being a mentor can bring up. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good option. I'm not well versed. Not well
Yeah,
enough versed to argue there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll move on. So we're halfway through
But
our list already.
I'm really glad you stuck with me on Batman because at first Batman seems
Yeah.
like a complete whiff
right.
because
Right.
he's angry, he's brooding, he takes it really close to the line. But
There's a lot of people.
He's broken whenever he kills, like, or somebody dies.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even matter who they are.
And that's why I liked this idea. I'm going to inflate my own ego. That's why I like this idea so much, because it's like at first you're like a hero's philosophy. Oh well, who are really cool heroes? Who are fun? Your brain might go to like Wolverine or Deadpool, like those kind of varieties. But in actuality, I want to have no similarities like those two. If I had to pick,
yeah.
And so it's funny, not funny. It's fun to push yourself that step further to be like, okay, but actually though, which one can I relate to?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, that's what's so fun. Next up, we have number 5 of our 8 and potential 9 with Chase's addition is public persona. Very important. How do you want people to perceive you when you're not saving the day?
And for this, a ton of options. Like a bunch. Ton of options here.
Yes.
I have a good pool. I don't think you used this person. Who did you pick?
I did forget to mention for emotional control, a crazy pool would be the Hulk, depending on what era.
Interesting.
Just dwell on that. 4, public persona. Okay. I knew I didn't want to take the persona of a hero that's also like hero by day, hero by night.
Okay.
Like, for example, the Fantastic Four, they're a super family, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows their names. That's who they are. I didn't want that, because I also can't just assume that I'm going to be in a scenario where everyone knows me and all of my family are also superheroes so that they're fine, right? But I also wanted to still be not untrue to myself, right? So I went with Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock.
I went with Matt Murdock.
For your public persona.
Because
that's a very mixed bag there.
I know. Because even in the real world, when he's not being Daredevil,
frequently goes to prison.
He still hey, we're not okay. The gist. When he's a lawyer and he's lawyering, he still shows how you can fight if you're just a person, just a dude.
Yeah.
You can still fight for what's right without having that cape behind you. And obviously he's kind of like being redundant, because then he also beats people up after that. Mm-hmm. But I would want to be in a position where I'm not bringing attention to my hero side, but also still being able to do good during the day. Because otherwise, if I'm like sitting in my room and programming at a desk job, I'd go insane.
Yeah, sure.
But go ahead. Give me yours.
Jacob, for public persona, Big Daddy over here, I picked Wonder Woman.
What?
And I almost wrote Absolute Wonder Woman, but I think that would have been a little silly.
I for sure need you to explain your reasoning. What?
Bro, she was literally, so nobody knew her. Mm-hmm. Okay? And at least in the Absolute story. That's just the most recent Wonder Woman I've read. I read I believe it's called Earth 1 Wonder Woman. It's a DC Compact, whichever one that is. It's either Year 1 or Earth 1 or something like that. The story's okay in that, but I got the gist. Absolute Wonder Woman.
Way to sell it.
Nobody knew her for the longest time because she literally was not born, but grew up as a young child in hell. She was like raised in hell. Every reason to be just this nightmare, literally.
Yeah.
She is basically a task to come on Earth. I mean, this is I'm skipping over a lot of plot points, obviously, but basically she has a reason to come to Earth, to come to the surface world, and she doesn't know that all these things go on, but she's still gentle and kind, and still, whenever somebody is telling her that she can't do something or that she shouldn't, but she knows that it's right, she completely ignores them and does it anyways, and doesn't even like I'm talking like let's say that how do I want to say this? Let's say that aliens attack. This is a bad example, but it's all I got. Let's say aliens attack, and the government's like, everybody stay away. We got this. And the people are like, we're going to die right now if nobody does anything. And Wonder Woman does something. And then, she'll save the people because she knows it's right. Whatever. People love her, but she takes no crap to the point where she just doesn't even acknowledge it, which I absolutely love. Like, and then because she knows she's strong, she knows she's like above all these people, but doesn't ever say it, and puts on a good face.
Okay.
Like
You like
She's
a
a
good
symbol.
smile.
She's a good symbol.
Yeah.
A symbol of strength, power, and also kindness. That's what I
Okay.
wanted. That's the gist.
Yeah, my answer to that is...
Even though she looks scary as hell. Well, Absolute Wonder Woman looks scary as hell.
Oh, I would still...
She rides like a fucking skeleton Pegasus.
That's never stopped me before.
No. Anyways.
That's all I'm going to say. My question to that is, when I thought of public persona, I think of how would the layman side of the street see me?
Mhm.
If they see Matt Murdock, they'd be like, "Oh, that guy! I just saw him at the courthouse a couple of times. I guess he's a lawyer."
Yeah,
And
I thought
that's as far as it goes.
I wanted like slightly feared, but entirely respected.
But known, period.
Known. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted known, feared, respected.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
I didn't know how
for
to
you.
say it until we started talking about it.
I actually went for you. My honorable mention. I went Aquaman.
Interesting. Why did you say Aquaman?
How he is in charge, but also is known to like be on his own, having fun, doing his own thing. If you want to go like movie route, he's like on his own little.
He's also on both sides,
lighthouse,
so to speak.
Right? But then he is there to make sure that both sides have the symbol that he feels like they need.
Which I think is very cool. That's close. I mean, that checks most of my boxes.
Yeah.
I also have read Absolute Wonder Woman recently. Like, have read the next arc.
Yeah.
So she's just a fresh in my mind. Great character.
As dark as the DC universe can be, do you think it is more hopeful than Marvel overall?
Oh.
In terms of storytelling or character building?
Actually, I do.
Isn't
I
that
do.
a weird thing
Marvel's.
to think about?
If you could pick and choose certain Marvel stories, then I would say no. And not because I think Marvel's better, because I think they'd be too close. Okay. But if you do Marvel as a whole, a lot of the Marvel stories right now are just nothing. They're just completely nothing.
They're just box office slop.
Yeah. DC has a lot more of prevailing despite trudging through gunk.
I think that's why I liked Brand New Day too, because of course it's far from a perfect movie, but I at least kind of felt something.
I felt like he's trudging the whole time and still did it.
Yeah, and the DC comics are definitely better at making me feel things than the movies, which we won't get into, but they still have some good spotlights too.
Of course.
Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, are you ready to move on?
Next up, we got adaptability.
Adaptability, one of the most important things to a hero.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly do you change your plans when they don't go according to what you had in mind, which is probably almost every time you try to save someone?
Of course. Jacob, I'm glad you brought up Brand New Day. That's where I put Spider-Man, adaptability.
Okay.
He never gives up.
You're right. Well, not giving up does not mean you can adapt to the situation.
True. But you could say that, like, despite, so, like, goes in, he always, okay, so, like, I'm thinking of the Insomniac game right now.
Yeah.
I think it's in the first game, or maybe it's in, like, early in the second game. I think it's the first game, though. He goes to, like, respond to something that Doc Ock did. I'm doing the swinging motions with my hands. You swing through the city to get to Doc Ock, and then you get to this building, and the whole Sinister Six is there, and you get wiped. You get absolute wiped.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get up, and you change your plan. And then I also think with Spidey, he is smart enough, literally, if you're talking about a one-on-one or like a combat scenario, Spidey senses the ultimate adaptability.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So those were my two.
I can't fight that.
No. And obviously that's still like a little bit of the adaptability moral, but I think I put Spidey.
I will say in terms of
and
like
I already
the fun,
used Batman.
Right. The fun clips of how he has to do the math of trajectory, or when like a building's following, and the tension math of G-forces and all of those things, like being able to calculate and anticipate the weight of people, the weight of what his webs can withstand, like all of these things, his motion, flying through the air, other people flying through the air, all these things he has to always be changing and adapting for whenever things just happen in air, just happen.
There's nothing like Spider-Man, dude.
There's nothing like Spider-Man.
That's just a fact.
Have you seen a lot of the clips of Andrew Garfield now looking a lot like Ultimate Spider-Man.
He looked a lot like he looked just like Ultimate Spider-Man. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
just for the mind.
Yeah, no, it's just for us.
Great read, guys. Read Ultimate Spider-Man, by the way. I
super
like
good,
it
super
lot.
good. MJ's great. Okay. Oh, I didn't give you mine. Duh. What the hell? Adaptability. I went what I feel like is a very strong answer. You might think it's a curveball.
Okay. I hope so. I want to think.
I went with one of who I have always seen as strategic and like the definition of, well, shit is hitting the fan in a different way. So, hey, you guys do this, and
you're thinking of Robin.
Borderline stall so we can keep going, and that guy is Cyclops.
I thought you were going to have Robin.
No.
Because Teen Titans. But Cyclops is a good answer. It is a curveball. I didn't expect it.
He is, when I was first double checking my math, and by math I mean Googling if he was as adaptable as I remember, I was going over his leadership skills, and
he's
the first
like the
thing
best combat IQ. Pretty sure.
So basically, what I already knew in my heart was the fact that he is notably one of the most strategy-based, because he is in a team. He has so many pieces on the board at every time that he has to anticipate for, and anticipate when inevitably Wolverine doesn't do the thing he wants, and he has to plan for that.
True.
Right? Like those kind of things. A
contingency for his team not listening to him.
Yes, on top of the actual 100%. Threat that is also trying to do against his plan. So that is also why I firmly believe that Cyclops is a really big contender. Not necessarily because Spider-Man's such a good and unique example, and I know it's funny to call Spider-Man one of the most popular comic book characters unique. But in this circumstance, I think they're both really good contenders, but in exactly different opposite ways.
Yeah, they are opposite, for sure, because Spider-Man, he has to figure out how to do it by himself. Cyclops has to figure out how to make the people around him help the goal.
And it's not like he's always fighting with the same people every time. I'm sure in like a perfect scenario, like when they're going off in the jet, like he knows they're in the jet. But in those spontaneous moments of like who's there, who's not there, I can't bank on Wolverine taking a bunch of hits. He's not here this time. Like all of that. So with that in mind,
I like
guys,
that answer. That's a good answer.
Thank you. Mull that over because we've got 2 left and then a special add-on. Number 7, Legacy.
Now this, wow.
Guys, Legacy. What do you want people to remember you as?
Easy answer here.
Well, go ahead. Give it to him.
Superman.
Yeah.
Obviously the symbol of hope, the symbol of all things good and hope. That is the reason I didn't have him under morals.
Right.
That's the only reason. Superman, obviously, I have to bring it up. The feeling now when I think of Superman is Superman rising from the dust on the bridge.
Yeah.
And that's how it would be in real life. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. If you ever got to see Superman, if he was real, he'd be over there where you could barely see him. Maybe something terrible would have happened. And you get to see him making sure you or whoever's around you is okay. And you will tell everybody for the rest of your life, I saw him. You know what I mean? Like, and it was, I had to stop.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I want people to think of me. Or the superhero. Whatever.
Yes.
Superhero I'm building. The legacy of Superman.
I mean, that's such a strong and safe pick. Superman, I mean, who doesn't want to be remembered as the symbol of hope, bro?
Yeah, of course. What a great nickname, by the way. Wow.
Yeah, fire. You think he was workshopping that and he was just trying to slide it in? Like, he said it as Clark Kent, and he was like, yeah, he kind of just makes you feel like he's the symbol of hope.
That'd be funny. I doubt it, though.
Yeah, of course. He would never. Mr. Clark. Okay. Great pick. This is actually, I'm interested to see your opinion on this. This is where I went Spider-Man.
I like it.
So
Spider-Man has a similar legacy. Spider-Man, it could be anybody under the mask. It's a little different.
That's what it is.
You gotta love that.
I'm realizing my hero is based around truly anyone can help and be
that
what
could be
causes
me.
A change.
I don't have to have Superman powers. That could be me
Yes.
I could do the right thing. Yeah, that's great. I obviously that's like 3/4 of the reason Spider-Man's so great.
Right. I didn't expect you to disagree. I just was interested to see it because the hype, the way you get uplifted by Superman. Like, I feel like you see Superman and it hits you. He's hopeful. You see Spider-Man and you're like, oh, that's really cool. And then he swings away and you sit on it and you're like, oh, that guy's life's probably really hard.
Yeah, well, I
Like,
think I in particular when I see Spider-Man, I go like he never gives up. Like he's not quite what Superman is. He doesn't have most of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he still gets out there, never gives up. He's not as he's really smart, but he's not as smart as the smartest heroes. He's really strong. He's not as strong as the strongest heroes. He's really fast. He's not as strong as them.
It's true.
But he's always right there. I do love it. Spider-Man's my number 2 for legacy.
Yeah. Great.
No doubt.
Well, then we'll just leave it on that. Next up, we have
Weakness.
greatest weakness. What
I
flaw?
want you to go first.
What flaw are you willing to live with? Now, this is hard.
This is extremely hard.
This is really, really hard because
It made you really think about these characters.
Not only is it hard in the sense of to choose a flaw for yourself, but it's also hard in the sense of how do you perceive this question? What does it mean to be flawed as a hero?
Yeah, and what do you perceive each hero's weaknesses to be?
Exactly. So I'm thinking our answers aren't even going to be close
Remotely
because of how
close.
we interpreted the question.
Based off of what we talked about so far, they're not close.
So with that in mind,
Yeah.
I went with Loki.
Oh. So, but isn't his Loki's weakness like his pride? Maybe.
I think so. When I think of what flaw you're willing to work with, I think of everything he's ever experienced in the past that's caused him so much internal turmoil. Like he was literally a villain. He was led to believe he was with his family and a rightful king, to realizing he was an adopted brother to a then bastardized situation at first, and then he retaliated out of just pure anger, and now who he is now he has to sit through, and he can't just wipe away all of the terrible things he knows he's willing and has done.
Yeah.
There's no walking away from that. And now with that in mind, he has to sit there and battle with, well, maybe I'm not the best for the situation. But how do you do that when it's your responsibility to be the hero?
Yeah, I definitely went a completely different route than you.
Yeah. Does that mean my answer is dumb, or does that make sense? Was that making sense?
I think it's making sense, but I think we were just thinking about weakness completely differently. Mine is like much simpler than yours.
Yeah, guys, Chase does not make me feel confident about my answer. I hit him with, does that make sense? And he went,
True.
Okay,
True.
You guys can tell me if that isn't a big enough flaw. I'll update it in the comments. Just let me know.
For weakness, and my thoughts were, what's a weakness I'm okay with having, or I'm okay with this hero having, rather. And I thought of, I think having loved a loved one or loved ones that you care about so deeply that you may act rashly or vengefully if something happens to them or something like that. That's what I thought was an okay enough weakness.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, father and husband, I picked Cyclops. Or I guess I don't know if he's like a husband, but pretty much.
Family man.
Family man. Yeah. I picked Cyclops. You guys always love Jean Grey. Stuff happens to Jean Grey, you kind of lose your head a little bit. Stuff happens to your kids, you lose your head a little bit. But you're there. And but you do make some rash decisions in those times, because who wouldn't? So my weakness, I picked Cyclops.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think for your greatest weakness, I had Magneto.
Oh, man.
As a guess, because I think sometimes you would be, in those more emotional moments, you would make very large wrong decisions.
Yeah.
For what you think needed to be done.
Definitely. To go scorched earth.
Yes,
if you will.
Exactly. I
thought about it.
Yeah, in terms of how you interpreted it as my little live edit, take it or don't, depending on how you feel about my first answer. I think a reasonable flaw, oxymoron, is that I could be like Constantine, who just pushes everyone away.
That's not
Because
bad.
I would be,
You're always
I'd
by
be
yourself.
scared if I was a hero. If I was a hero before I was married, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no way.
No shot. I'm not gonna get comfortable with people. I'm not doing that. And I'll probably be a little bit of an asshole every now and then.
Constantine's a very interesting answer. I like it.
I know.
I like Constantine. I like Constantine better than Loki.
Yeah.
I like the solo pushing everyone away, interpreted as a weakness. I like that.
Okay. We'll do that then. We'll do that live edit.
I like that out of you.
Hey, okay, Chase.
Yeah.
We have our first 8, and I have been very eager / nervous to hear what this add-ons is. Like, there's clearly one that you thought of that was like, this is almost the list needed for a philosophy, but it clearly was lacking.
Yeah, I had one that I thought about right after it was done because I have a character, for obvious reasons, that is on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had 2 that would fit this spot. It may have rearranged my list.
Oh, okay.
I wanted willpower.
Oh, I see.
But it's hard not to put Hal Jordan. Literally, that's what he does.
Yeah, that is kind of a cop-out.
So, if I
Willpower
wasn't
is
going to put
good.
Hal Jordan, I may have put Spider-Man and then flipped my list in the adaptability section.
Man, willpower is tough.
Because you do want that.
You do. Well, yeah, that's like your whole drive.
Yeah, because, like, obviously I think Thor, I'm not saying Thor doesn't have very much willpower, but after Infinity War, when pretty much all is lost and he let himself go in more ways than one, I think that's lacking some willpower.
Yes.
Obviously he came back, and he came back for Doomsday, obviously. But I think, like, for example, that's not enough. He needed more willpower. So, I don't know.
I think that's
Tough one.
so. I didn't put Superman or Batman on my list, and though one of those might have been my contender for willpower.
Batman is already on my list, but he's a great option. I think any human character, actually.
That's what I was. Yes.
So, Hal Jordan, Batman.
Obviously, Superman.
Obviously, Spider-Man a little bit. I would hear out Peter Quill.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Even who
What about,
else?
like,
Who else is like despite the odds?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye's got some willpower.
some
Kate Bishop
stuff.
as well.
Kate Bishop.
You could say Black Widow. Any of them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. They all have
That's
some
good.
willpower up in the tank.
I might even go Miles
else?
Morales over Spider-Man for specifically willpower.
Miles Morales has some willpower. Who else? Who I got on the shelf?
Oh, this guy's cheating. I'm just staring into the world.
That's all I got. That's all I got off the dome here.
All I have is this whiteboard that says Chasten 11 on whatnot. Where did that come from?
Yeah, it's been up there for a year.
Yeah, I probably because I even use the other side of it, and I just haven't gotten myself to erase that part. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, I think that's great. Willpower is a great addition. So nine categories that break up a philosophy, because the issue is too with these kind of generic categories is that there's a lot of risk of overlap.
Of course.
That was my biggest struggle. So I wanted to find categories that can truly be defined
They
by
don't
one
overlap
trait.
very much. The ones your list does not overlap very much. You did very good at that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So obviously, if you guys think if there's another, or if you think there's one I have on here that's not as important as another one that you can think of, that would be, because I would love it to be under 10. It's at 8/9 right now, and I don't want it to be too much, because then it breaks into like the intricacies.
Yeah.
Of like, well, then I can have all this overlapping, and then it becomes like a muddled template of like, no. It's supposed to be a hard choice. It's supposed to make you sacrifice options. That's the goal,
It's supposed
right?
to be
Because
like, damn.
yes, because in life, which I'm sure you guys come to this podcast for life lessons, right? There's gonna be those times where you're like, I want both, obviously, duh.
Yeah, how could I not?
So that, my lovely people, was our hero philosophy. Who do you think
Who do you think had the better hero?
would make the better hero?
And I'll also recap the list, so that way you can put up yours in the comments.
Banger.
You have morality or morals, leadership, a sense of humor, emotional control. Batman's the best answer. Public persona, adaptability, legacy, and weakness. You could also put in willpower if you'd like.
Willpower.
But those are the categories of the hero you're building. You're taking characteristics from each said hero to put in each category. Make your list in the comments. Let us know what you think.
That's so good, dude. That was super fun. It was really hard not to.
It was very fun.
Because I was worried that we would do this and it'd just be us being like, oh, yeah, good pick. And then we do the next one. Oh, yeah, that's a good pick. And then we do the next one.
No, we picked entirely different lists.
Yeah, for different reasons. Yeah.
We didn't have a single character overlap.
Is that true?
I think so. But we did have secondary overlaps. Like, I would have put him.
We only had two of those though. Damn, we're kind of good at this, bruh.
We both used Cyclops. I think you used Spider-Man, right?
I did. I used Spider-Man.
We both used Spider-Man.
Cyclops, and then did you use Captain America?
That's it. Nope.
Then yeah, just
you didn't use Batman.
Nope.
Yeah, so we only used Spidey and Cyclops together, which is interesting.
Wow,
they're not even like the crazy. You didn't use Supes. You didn't use Wonder Woman. You didn't use Shazam. You didn't use Reed Richards. You didn't use Professor X.
No.
So we actually only had two characters even on each other's lists.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I'm proud of us, guys.
I thought you would have put Beast Boy for humor. Now that I said it out loud.
Part of me was I had my brain on the Teen Titans for this list, but I just kept thinking of better examples. Every time I'd be like, oh, this would be a good reason. Go! Yeah. That music video, YouTube wants me to watch that music video so bad. It's on my recommended every day.
Teen Titans. It's the best.
Yeah. And yeah, I watch it.
Of course.
So, obviously. The issue is, though, I watch it and then I realize it's an actual song and the rest of it plays and I'm like, no. I only have the attention span. Teen Titans! Yeah, so guys, watch Teen Titans and all those things. Final thoughts? Anything else before we bounce?
Lanterns is on tonight. I already said it. I'm so excited. I literally can't wait. They released 5 minutes of the first episode.
What?
And I didn't watch it because I was excited.
Proud of you. I wouldn't either.
And also, last thing, closer on Lanterns. Yeah, this is great. I'm glad I remembered. So, obviously, Jacob, you and I know we've been doing this for long enough. We've been doing the podcast since Superman came out, which is not James Gunn's first project for the DCU, but the first movie.
Yes.
And we both are defenders of Superman 2025.
Sure.
There's a lot of gun haters out there. They're saying the gun jammed from day one. The gun doesn't jam, in my opinion. Anyways.
Well, the gun haters and Zack Snyder lovers,
are largely overlapped. Yes.
There's a correlation.
So, Lanterns had its reactions, like its Rotten Tomatoes rating or whatever, the critics score. And I believe it was a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes, reviewed by 30 critics.
91.
The critique from the fans, who I can only assume don't like James Gunn, said only 30 people reviewed it. But it was an early reaction, and they are critics. And I thought that was ridiculous. Can you let them get a win? What if they're wrong and it's 85? That's still very good. So I don't understand the problem here.
I just don't. All of those, I don't listen to any of that until the movie's out. I can't trust anybody or anything. There's so much, I'm sure there's so much politic nonsense when it comes to the pre-release. Same with restaurants and all those sneaky rating bullshit. I'm going to watch the movie. When the public has access to all the same information to bounce back off ideas, can't speak, then we'll talk about it. But I don't want some backstage hiding behind a curtain and a guy just goes,
only 30 people.
It was really stupid. I whatever. And then that's all I get?
Yeah.
No.
I've been getting that a lot on TikTok. That movie sucked. Why'd it suck? Nothing.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
So, guys, don't give up on it. It looks great. Don't be one of those guys. Go in with an open mind.
Again, as I've said before, you're allowed to hate something. Or let's say dislike it. But you can hate something.
But don't hate it before you see it.
You just have a good reason.
Yeah.
If you hate something I like and have a good reason, we're chilling. We're chilling. I can't argue that. Because I like a lot of dumb shit.
Facts.
It's true. But don't just say, I hate it because it's stupid. That's lazy.
Yeah, it is. You're not actually thinking. You just heard someone else say it, probably.
Yeah. Anyways, that could be a whole other episode. Chase, take care of me.
Well, you can find me CW_customs. CW Customs on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Instagram is your best bet right now. Got a lot of stuff going on. Drawing a lot, writing a lot, tickling so Jacob constantly.
All the time.
And I just can't stop. Whatnot, live on Whatnot on Mondays and Wednesdays. Maybe a day during the week I go live on TikTok or Instagram doing some drawing.
So fun.
It is fun. Jacob, where can they find you?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate the stream because he draws live and he listens to some music and just hangs out. So you're just talking to him. You get to have on like some actual one-on-one time with this dude, and he's pretty funny.
It's a good time.
Not funnier than me, but he's pretty funny.
God, no.
So he's worth your time. Yeah, you guys can find me on Muttman on anything. I haven't Instagram posted in a minute, but I'm working on it. I haven't taken a lot of pictures, but I've been kind of busy. I remodeled my wife's art studio thing, repainted, and there's got her because it's her birthday soon, so we got to be a part of her bigger presents and everything like that. Muttman on everything. You guys know we're always just here. Let us know how you feel about the episode. We forgot to thank the audio listeners on Spotify and Apple Music, but you know who you are. YouTube, we love you all the same as well. Some of us love you even more, but we never know who. And that's all I got.
Yeah, for you audio listeners, he pointed. Sorry, he didn't even help you with that. I love you guys more.
Get a job. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm projecting. Go ahead. Close us out.
Guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. We are up above 110 subscribers on YouTube.
Thankful.
111.
So thankful.
Keep pushing us up. You have no idea what we could do.
It makes me so happy.
A little bit of, if we had any bit of disposable income via this podcast, you guys would be loving it.
We actually have plans. We're just waiting to be able to do them.
Yeah, guys, Jacob and I, Patreon episode or YouTube exclusive, where we would build model rockets and see whose goes higher. I mean, that's like number one for me. That sounds so.
We'd add
number two for me.
Maybe
is going to Menards or like Dick's and buying Jacob like camping MREs, and he has to taste test them.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't ran that one by him. That'd
all
be
of those taste tests. I would love for us to do like
sitting by a fire taste testing MREs.
A dinner date where we only have like $10 to go into a dollar store and just compete to see who can make the best meal.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what we got cooking.
Everything, and of course,
we just need a little bit
of
of
laws.
We just need a little bit of cash.
And if it's behind a
go
paywall,
buy my sketches.
Yeah, if it's not on public things, we can do like live reaction video, movie, more of those kind of content, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like actual, and maybe we would play games and stream or whatever. Who knows? Who
knows?
Who knows?
Anyways, thank you guys for watching and listening. We hope you have a great rest of your day, weekend, and the week to come. Be looking forward to the next episode that comes out the following Friday.
Hell yeah.
Guys, always remember, when we're here, we build our dreams. Jacob?
Be safe.
Be safe, everybody. See you later.